The Russian army continues to lose soldiers at a catastrophic rate. A former platoon commander of the Wagner PMC with the call sign Relay spoke about what is happening in the ranks of the 40th Separate Marine Brigade of Russia, Military Unit 10103, where assaults in the Sumy region continue. He refers to his comrade in arms, who participated in the capture of the village of Kondratyevka on June the 5th to the 6th. The video is published by the Telegram channel VCHK-OGPU, which is close to the Russian security forces. According to him, out of 100 people, only 8 survived, and they were accused of cowardice. The commander with the call sign Hornet declared that no one should have survived and called the survivors 500 deserters. They were supposed to die, all of them. No one was supposed to come back. And now they'll go on the next assault, and they'll die anyway, the commander said. According to Relay, the survivors were not fed for weeks, were not given time to recover. After a brief respite of a couple of hours, after a week of fighting, they were sent into a new meat assault. In separate videos published on the VCHK OGPU Telegram channel, one of the survivors with the call sign Afghanets claims that they were forced to sign reports denying the veracity of Relay's statements. Relay himself showed his badge and awards to prove his authenticity, including medals for the capture of Bakhmut and Soledar. He also admitted that after his statements, he received threats and accusations of disguises. According to NATO military standards, a unit is considered incapable of combat with losses of 30 to 40%. But in the case of the Russian army, we are talking about 92% of losses, after which the remaining ones are not saved, but thrown into battle again. The command demonstrates not just indifference, but a conscious attitude towards the physical destruction of personnel as expendable material. Relay, in the video, calls for the elimination of commanders like Hornet, who easily give orders that turn soldiers into cannon fodder with no right to survive. Testimonies and videos from the front demonstrate the devaluation of human life, the degradation of military command, and the destruction of even the minimum standards of warfare. For commanders, it is not people who matter, but reporting. The assault mechanism does not stop, even when only a handful of 100 remain alive.
The Israeli military published video on Friday morning said to show Israeli Air Force aircraft taking off and landing at sites in Israel, as the country attacked Iran. According to Associated Press, Israel has attacked Iran's capital in strikes that targeted the country's nuclear program and raised the potential for an all-out war between the two bitter Middle East adversaries. It appeared to be the most significant attack Iran has faced since its 1980s war with Iraq. Multiple sites around the country were hit, including Iran's main nuclear enrichment facility, where black smoke could be seen rising into the air. The leader of Iran's paramilitary Revolutionary Guard, General Hossein Salami, and Chief of Staff of Iranian Armed Forces, General Mohammad Bagheri, were also confirmed dead, representing a significant blow to Tehran's governing theocracy and an immediate escalation of its long-simmering conflict with Israel. Israel attacked Iran's capital early Friday in strikes that targeted the country's nuclear program and raised the potential for an all-out war between the two bitter Middle East adversaries. It appeared to be the most significant attack Iran has faced since its 1980s war with Iraq, with multiple sites around the country hit. Israel's military says 200 fighter jets have been used in its ongoing strikes on Iran. More than 100 targets have been struck across Iran, IDF spokesperson F.E. Defrin said during a live briefing, adding that over 330 various munitions have already been dropped. Defrin said Israel's strikes were part of a precise and synchronized operation, and that its pilots were still striking military targets and targets from the nuclear program across different areas in Iran. Israel says it killed Mohammad Bagheri, Iran's armed forces chief of staff, along with senior nuclear scientists in targeted strikes. It is likely that the Iranian chief of staff and senior nuclear scientists were eliminated in the initial strike, the update said, citing an official, who spoke on condition of anonymity for security reasons. Iran's Revolutionary Guard's commander-in-chief Hossein Salami was killed in the large-scale strikes on June 13. Iran's Islamic Republic news agency stated that Major General Hossein Salami, chief commander of the Islamic Revolution Guards Corps, was assassinated in an Israeli strike in Tehran. Senior IRGC commander Ghulam Ali Rashid, along with at least 2 nuclear officials, Firidown Abbasi and Mohammad Mehdi Taranchi, were also killed in the attacks. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Operation Rising Lion struck Iran's main enrichment facility in Natanz, nuclear scientists, and what he called the heart of Iran's ballistic missiles program.